MMAOddsBreaker, welcome back. Frank Trigg. Of course, we're talking to Liam McGeary. Like I said, like I promised, I want to talk about his after-action report. Did the fight go as planned? And how did it work out? But first, I just came back from Manchester, England, and every single person in that stinking crowd I was there for Bama, every single person. I saw you interview with Liam. It was great. It's great. And then when you won, they were all going nuts. Like everyone was like, you see that? I'm like, come on, man. Like really?
Nice.
Yeah. You have a lot of mates. Like you have maybe 75 to 100 friends that were there.
Yeah.
And
nice.
And then probably every single one of their girlfriends knew you. Almost in an inappropriate kind of way, they knew you. It was a little weird, a little strange.
One of my friends was fighting on the show, Alexi Roberts.
Yep, great job.
Yeah, so they would have. How did he get on? Do you know?
He smashed him. He was
Nice.
a 4-1 underdog.
Good.
It was a 4-1 underdog. It was Mike Grant is who he fought. I think is the guy's name. And Grant was supposed to beat the crap out of him first round. First 4 minutes of the first round, Lexi Roberts was barely in the game. The last minute of the first round, he started coming back, got some momentum, but clearly lost the first round. Gets into the second round and dominates the entire second round. Grant shuts down.
Nice.
And he goes in the third round and he crushes him again. Ends up winning a unanimous decision. Yeah,
that's good. Good to hear, man.
Yeah, it was a great fight. I think he needs to cut his hair though. But other than that, it was fun.
Oh, has he still got his big dreadlocks?
Yeah. And they're long too. They're down the middle of his back, so it's really bad.
Yeah, man. I remember that.
Well, let's talk about Bellator. Kelly Anundson, that was your opponent. It didn't even last the first round. You got out at 4:47. What was the game plan going into that fight?
I think the game plan was just to keep on the feet as long as we could, really. You know, I knew he was always going to try and shoot in on me and take me to the mat. I was fully prepared to fight off my back. And once he got down there, I defended the first takedown. I hit him with a front kick. And I heard my cornerman say, "Get up off of him." So I stood up. But it was one of those ones where, you know, if you're sparring, you'll just turn around and be like, well, "Why did you tell me to get up?" But you got to listen to your coaches. So I stood up. Then we went down to the ground. I was happy to be underneath where I was at. It was, I was getting elbowed in the face. But it was nothing really. I haven't been put in a position like that before, you know. The elbows weren't exactly doing that much damage. I got a little black eye, but
yeah,
it's a fight, you know.
So, obviously, you got to be honest with us here. You can't kind of embellish. You can't make things up. You can't, because to come in and say, yeah, I practice an inverted triangle all the time in training. I'm always working on inverted triangles, and this just happened to be one of my submission moves. I know you've worked on it before, but is it really one of your go-to submission moves? Is the inverted triangle, which is how you end up finishing the fight?
No, it was the inverted triangle. There was an inverted armbar there as well. If I could pick it out, there was the Kimura, the Americana locker. But I was just too kind. I should have just broke his arm. You know, I eased off. He screamed. I eased off there as I ran. I even said to him, "You can't keep screaming." He screamed about 3 times, I think, when I had this submission on. It's a submission. You tap, you snap or nap, you know.
Well, you have to remember too. There is a verbal submission, and the referee would have been justified if he stopped it during the first scream, because you're allowed to go. Look, the guy he screamed. Like, I'm sorry, give me a verbal submission. Like you screamed. That is a verbal submission. He could have stopped at that point. He didn't. He had to go on a little bit longer. It's kind of a weird situation though, where you had like 3 or 4 different submissions right in a row, all in the same spot, and the one that you technically get the credit for finishing really was the weaker of the group of submissions that you had. Does that make sense?
Right.
Like, of everything that you had in there, that was like the worst one of the group. Like, and that's the one that ended up finishing him. Do you think he really ended up getting finished with that inverted triangle, or do you think it was the pressure of every other submission before that was all coming in kind of at rapid fire on, like, that he was like, I can't really go anywhere, I'm kind of stuck?
That triangle was tight. As soon as my leg went in front of him and it went right underneath his chin. And his arm was like folded in when I crossed my arm, my legs over, his arm was trapped to finish off the triangle, and it was. I squeezed my legs together as tight as I possibly could, and I think in the video you can see a bit of spit come out of his mouth as well. It went on that quickly, you know. It was. I thought he might have held on a little bit longer and he didn't. He would have tapped a little bit less, but he straight away 2-3 seconds, I think.
Mm-hmm. So it was good. It looked good. You look good doing it. So now you're obviously at Starbucks. You're in New York City. You're kind of hanging out. You're on relaxation, or are you already back to the gym again training?
No, man, I'm not going anywhere near a gym. I just got back from New Jersey. I'm just hanging out for the city for a couple of hours, and then I might bounce down to Brooklyn or something like that. Just having a little wander around, you know.
Okay, you got that wanderlust again, but you're staying in the city.
Yeah, I'm off to Jamaica on Monday.
That was my next question. Where are you going to go after this? Okay, and who's going to Jamaica with you? You and your girl going, or who's going?
Yeah, me and my girl are going away for a little break.
Okay, all right, that makes sense.
Yeah, just a nice little break away for a week, and then when I come back, we'll talk and see what's going to happen next.
Okay, and are you going to get back in the gym when you come back from Jamaica and just kind of ease yourself back into it, or are you going to take a little more time off and kind of reset?
No, man, I'll go straight back to training. I mean, I won't be as in high intensity, but
right.
I'm going to go back to training, do a few sessions here, a few sessions there.
All right, Liam, thanks for coming on here with us, MMAOddsBreaker. I appreciate it. I'm really glad that things worked out the way the fight worked out. And like I said, everybody in Manchester, all your mates, definitely we're super excited of how it worked out. So.
Yeah, man. You know, I'm looking forward to going back to England and seeing them all now. Now I know that they're all behind me, man. It's good to hear
they really are. It was almost exhausting. I didn't want to keep talking about you. I had other guys I had to think about, other fights I had to kind of put together in my head, and they just want to talk about you. So.
Did you have a good time in Manchester? Yeah,
loved it. I'm upset because I didn't realize that United was playing on Sunday, and I left Sunday morning. If I knew that they were playing on Sunday, I would have stayed through and watched. You know, that's the way I was doing. But other than that, yeah, it was good.
Nice.
It was good.
Good trip to England.
Yeah. Quick and fast. I left at 5 o'clock on Thursday from Las Vegas, and I was back at 3 p.m. on Sunday, back in Las Vegas. So it was like
that was a quick little trip.
Yeah.
Before even the jet lag kicked in.
Had no time. I got right back before you hit me.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Well, cool, man. Cool.
All right, beautiful. All right, man. We'll talk to you soon. Good luck and have fun on your vacation in Jamaica.
Thanks very much, man. Catch you later.